Hello everyone and welcome to YachtWay Spotlight. Today I am going to take you on a sneak peek on this brand new VQ115, a boat that no public has ever seen before. So come join me and take a look at this beast from inside. We're starting our tour all the way in the swim platform in the back over here. You see this big cutout over here. So what it does is actually this is an opaque Mare transformer, which actually goes all the way up and then folds all the way down and has this kind of like a steps integrated. So it's a very easy way to get into the boat and get into the water. Now, what it also acts as is a passerelle. So when you are at the dock and you need to get out, you can always put this out, take your stairs up or stairs down and embark from the boat. All the way in the back over here, this whole area opens up. You see these cutouts and it has its own very own custom tender VQ16, which we'll come back to in a second, but this whole thing fits inside beautifully. The first thing that I noticed over here is if you see the caulking kind of follows all along the boat, and right in the dead center over here, obviously there's no caulking, but it's measured the way that this blackout acts as a caulking, making it look as a one big piece right in the back over here. The first thing, you have these big covers, metal covers, which you can pop off and you can put carbon fiber poles. So this whole aft area becomes nicely shaded, which you see the massive sunbed underneath of it. As you walk up from the stairs, the first thing you notice is these handrails. And these handrails are actually flush with the gunwales on the top and also on the gunwales walls on the side. This is like a perfect Tetris where everything fits in and it has its own function. Obviously, speakers right over here, and you have cleats. I mean, this is me right next to the cleats. You can see how huge they are. And normally, all the cleats come chromed out. This one, not. It's all blacked out just to match the rest of the boat. All the bottom over here is carbon fiber sheet, and right above the carbon fiber over here, you have a hole where you can feed the lines through. So when you are anchoring, you don't have to, or when you're at the dock, you don't have to see the lines running kind of all over the boat. Again, great attention to detail. And of course, a winch, a proper winch, once again blacked out just to match the rest of the theme of the boat. We're in an undisclosed location, and due to the sensitive content that is all around this boat, we're not able to give you a full, thorough walkthrough, but we are going to be able to come back to it in the future and show the boat in full detail, and that would be an over 2-hour video because there are so many details to talk over here. But today, it's like I mentioned earlier, a kind of like a quick overview of what this boat has. As you get to the aft deck over here, you have a nice bed in the aft and a dining area right over here. And what's cool is this table is following the shape of a V and the bow, so it perfectly matches with the boat, and it's kind of like a hexagon style. Obviously, all the curves following the same style. So you see over here, you have a cup holders, you have 5 cup holders, and if this is not your preferred seating, you also have an additional seating area right over here. So 5 cup holders over here as well. I mean, you have a great view out, and if you're running low on drinks, you can grab it right behind you with the nice cup holders and the bottle holders over here. And if you want to grab a cup of water or rinse your hands, you can do so with the sink right over here. Now, the flybridge is something that we can't go to today, but we will come back to in the future. But you do see these nice stairs with nice lighting and the same style. You see these lines following along over here. It actually follows along on the other side as well, making it all look consistent and Vanquish-like. From the aft deck, we walk inside now. But before we even walk inside, I want to talk about hinges. So something I never thought I'm going to talk about. And this is not going to be the first time in this boat that I mention hinges. But you open this door. I want you to pay attention to how these hinges have been engineered. This is beyond super yacht level. I've heard that some of the surveyors who come and survey these big boats, they have seen these hinges, and they have said that they haven't seen these things in Fedship, in Heesen, or any other boat. So, I mean, Vanquish goes beyond super yacht level at this point. But that being said, we'll keep walking. Right over here, you also have a nice fridge, so keep all your drinks cool, and a nice bottle holder for your drinks to be served right in the aft deck. So the first thing you see as you walk in from these double glass doors over here is an office desk. And right over here, first surface that we touch is a beautiful suede finish. Feels premium from the get-go. And of course, you have an iPad in every room where you can where you can easily control your lights, your AC, or your shades. Talking about shades, you have massive windows all around the boat. Obviously, this being a starboard side windows, and you have a port side windows, all big pieces. Before we continue, you also have a day head. And first thing, all the way over here is a massive entertainment area. So you have nice U-shaped seating over here with cocktail tables and a big I-shaped couch right over here as well for all your lounging areas. And of course, right at the top, a huge TV, which you can kick back and watch. I like the show that is going on right now. So this is the very boat now that we're actually standing on, the VQ115. Looks an absolute monster on the water. I do want to point out some of the very interesting details on this vessel. So right over here, we have like a bar counter. We have a bar area over here, obviously fridges, freezers, which we'll come back to. But what I do want to point out is over here, I want to turn on my flashlight because the only way for you to really experience it is if you look, then there's these cutouts. But these cutouts, rather than being white, they are black. And same thing with these kind of like ledges over here. Inside, they're all black, just to match with the rest of the boat. So think of the attention to detail that these guys have gone to. We continue walking. You have an ice maker right over here. So Hoshisaki ice maker once again, and a proper fridge as well. And of course, not to mention, you have a sink. Now, one of the coolest seats in the house must be this Helm Station. Before we even sit down to the Helm Station, there's something that I noticed. And I don't think anyone will ever notice it, but the whole seat, what it does, it kind of moves back and forth. So with the push of a button, you can get it closer to the Helm Station or further. Now, if you put it as far forward as possible, there's kind of like a box which holds the mechanism to the engines of this seat. The whole box is covered in leather. I mean, this is something that you will never notice, but just to make sure that this is a Vanquish, they have gone an extra length, even by covering their systems boxes. So this being an absolute monster on the water, once you get to this size boats, you can't just have engine shut-off buttons in case of emergency. What you do need is a full-on, I mean, this looks like you're about to launch a nuclear bomb, you know? But you have these buttons over here. I don't know if I'm even supposed to touch these over here, but this is a engine shut-off control unit, which is hardwired to the engines. So if the wireless controls don't work, you can immediately grab this and turn the engines off, which is something that you don't see every day. So very much like the VQ80 that we saw the other day, these seats are perforated and nicely finished, as you can see. And of course, these fold up and down, so you can either lean on it or you can put it down. And you have a footrest that you can put down and rest your legs at, which is very much the position that I am sitting in right now. Huge Garmin monitors. I don't think I've ever even seen this size Garmin monitors, but if you miss information over here, then I mean, this is half of the beam of the boat is just Garmin monitors. Talk about the information. You have everything over here. All your light controls, you can change the color of those, on the water lights per se. Everything is easily accessible at your fingertips, and Garmin system, which is super nice to see. So from the main deck, we walk down below deck, and we have these nice big 9 steps over here as we come down, and nice kind of like a suede leatherish finish. It feels great. And right first thing that you see downstairs is your galley. So we kind of have like an L-shaped galley. So plenty of storages over here, which we'll come back in a moment because I want to show some cool things. You have your coffee machine, your proper Miele induction cook plate over here as well. And of course, proper fridge. Now what you do notice is these fridges have these little latches. So when you're on the way, it kind of stops the fridge from opening. Well, I mean, you're going like 40 plus knots on this boat, so it has to be securely closed. So, but otherwise, you open up a proper massive fridge inside over here. And of course, 2 freezer drawers right below as well. You have kind of like an oven over here, a sink, I mean big sink, and this is where it gets interesting. To utilize every nook and cranny on this boat, you kind of pull, and this whole thing comes out from all the way from the back. So you have a quick access to all your cups, plates, and everything else. As you push it down, I mean, it goes inside so smoothly, you can just push it with one finger. Amazing. And right over here, you have your kind of cutlery. Everything is neatly organized over here. So you have your spoons, etc. And everything is kind of attached within little holders, so it doesn't rattle around and kind of fly all over the place. Fantastic. What's cool is, as you're kind of cooking over here, you can still be engaging with the people sitting at the dining area. You have a nice big opening over here, gives it a great open feeling. And of course, proper massive window as you cook as well. You have a great ocean view out. And a proper range over here, which you can use, you know, to eliminate all the smells from the cooking. This is where you have your little dining area now. So if you want to have a little more privacy, you don't want to dine outside, you can always come downstairs and do it here. And of course, a nice big window over here. And goes without saying, you have iPad over here with all the controls. So your lighting controls, and every room has its own, you'll see as we walk around, but every room has its own iPad. You can control your lights, your blinds, your AC, etc. The first cabin that you see is guest cabin right over here with 2 twin beds. It's great to walk around because anywhere I walk, you never have to duck your head. Expected on a boat this size, but still, regardless. 2 twin beds, lighting on either side, and nicely finished leather. Every room has kind of its own theme. So following along over here, this one has a nice kind of like a yellowish, taupish color paneling, and suede on the sides as well. And of course, nice hanging closets, and of course, a TV. So, and of course, they also have their own head. So we have a head over here. Same thing. These all rooms actually have, which is cool, these mirrors are movable. So you can put it whichever way you like. So if you want to see a view out from left or right, you can adjust the mirror accordingly. And a proper rain shower with, I mean, plenty of headspace over here. Has its own door. Close yourself up. And bench, so you can sit over here, do your wash ritual, and a closet with all your towels, etc. over here as well. So from the dining area over here, we are actually entering to the VIP cabin now. So all the way forward, you have a beautiful queen size bed over here, and all the finishes, as you have seen already, are beautifully done with leather over here, leather all the way on the floor, and beautiful wood finish, and like a suede finish all across the bow area walls as well. Both sides, you have a closet, and one of them also has a safe, so which is a great thing. But what I do want to point out is, whenever you go to sleep and you turn off your lights, and the rest of the people like to stay out, the lights stay on, which means when you close your door, the light always beams out from the bottom of the door. Vanquish has thought about it, and they wanted to make sure that once you go to sleep, this room is pitch black and no light is peeking in, which is why what they did was, underneath the door, there's actually a rubber piece that the moment you close the door, this rubber piece drops down and eliminates any light that might peek in from underneath the door. Options like these are what set Vanquish apart from everyone else. And while most of these things are kind of like, wow, I didn't know you can do such thing. These are options that are more common in the mega yacht industry, built by companies like Fedship or Heesen or Lursen, brands like this. Now, as we keep walking, you also have an iPad over here where you can control all the lighting within the room, like your shades, your AC, your bathroom lights, things like that. And you, of course, have a TV for your favorite movies. On your starboard side, you have a VIP head, obviously with its own head, and it also has a moving mirror, so you can move it whichever direction you want. And behind the mirror, you have actually hidden a beautiful big window, giving you plenty of natural light. Over here, we also have a rain shower. I mean, another foot above my head. I'm 6'1". You would imagine from this size boat, you don't have to duck absolutely anywhere. Also has a bench and also has a cabinet for your towels, your soaps, etc. And of course, handheld shower as well. What's great is as you walk across the boat, there are no steps or kind of like edges for the door frame, which is great, and you don't feel like you will hit your toes or anything. As we walk away from the VIP cabin behind me, all the walls, as we walk, they're beautifully finished, kind of like a linen finish, super nice feeling. And even the ceilings, while you may think it's some kind of a wood finish, no, it is actually white leather. And if you touch it, it feels premium, which you expect from this type of boat. On our right over here, right as you come down from the stairs, you have a room for media. So with a push of a button, you can close this whole area up and watch your favorite movie, or do a Zoom meeting or whatever you like. And of course, also have nice big windows on either side with an ability with a push of a button from your iPad to close all these things up. So it gives you even more privacy. And the sound system over here is absolutely amazing. Yeah, a great place to lounge at and come watch your favorite TV series. All the way to the aft now, we have owner's cabin. So it's a full beam owner's cabin with kind of like a love seat on your port side, and on your starboard side, you have a head with a separate shower stall right over here. So you have a nice rain shower, same thing, plenty of headroom, a massive window. So when other kind of showers and the toilets have like a closet over here, this one has a huge window, so great view out. And of course, you would imagine if you want to have privacy, you can always close it and no one will see in. But otherwise, this is huge. You have plenty of shoulder room over here. Right over here, you have a nice kind of like a sink, and same thing, the mirror is movable, so you can move it left or right, whichever way you like it, and a huge window out, so you can see, again, great view. If you do want to have extra privacy, same thing, push a button, this whole thing closes up, gives you plenty of privacy over here. For all the women or ladies or whoever likes to prepare themselves, you have a kind of like a nice makeup table over here with the ottoman and a mirror underneath as well. And again, this is beautifully finished. You can't see it, but there's a magnet hidden over here. So when you put it down, it stays closed and it doesn't rattle open when you're going on high speeds over here. Same thing, nice leather all over the place. Plenty of closets on kind of like to your forward and to your aft over here as well. And this couch is, it's a great place to be at. Nice view out. You have a view out from your starboard and a port side right behind you. What's very cool is, obviously you have all these cabinet doors over here, but as you open those, you can see the kind of hinges they use. These are humongous. I'm pretty sure you can hold this whole door up with just one hinge, but not just doing 1, 2, they did 3 of them, and runs super smooth. And even the doors are covered kind of like with a linen. Yeah, very nice. I wish you could touch it. Well, I guess you could. You can just contact Vanquish Yachts from YachtWay.com and schedule your private showing for them to show you a VQ115.
This video is brought to you by YachtWay. If you're looking to buy a modern yacht, then visit YachtWay.com. Platform made for the 21st century. And these are the boats recently listed for sale around the world. Didn't find what you're looking for? YachtWay will connect you with an authorized dealer near you and get you on board the best looking boat on the water. This was the preliminary tour of the highly anticipated Vanquish VQ115. Now, we will take you behind the full scenes of the VQ115 once it arrives here in Miami. So, if you want to see this video, then hit the subscribe button down below. If you like this video, then hit the like button. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.